Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. Out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's looking for a man on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in there.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Ducks line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, and he'll be stopped at the 36. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that really is a great play by the wide receiver for 3 reasons. 1, he knows where the first down marker is, so he gets his steps. 2, he's able to stay in bounds before securing the catch. And 3, makes the grab. Just an awesome job.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Penn State!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to pass on second down. Got his man on the right. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, the offense tried to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack, though.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. Finds a crease at the 20. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wide receiver shows motion. He's got his man. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drop.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you're getting a little bit of rhythm. It's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The give to the tailback. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. If you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enis, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy, man. As a quarterback, the ball's slippery, and for receivers or anybody running routes, it's hard to get in and out of breaks, but they might have been throwing that ball in Miami. I mean, that looked beautiful and on time.
Penn State 14, Oregon 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Penn State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. He's at the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Calls his own number. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. He's really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs tackling ability.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give from the gun. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How many first downs is that alone? Just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Let's go. Motion from the offense. Snap it to the back. And they pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They've controlled the football on this drive. The 8th play will be a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. This quarterback's part of their running game. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. He'll take it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
28-14.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. On the move at the 30. Afterburner's coming. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
He wants to pass it on second down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On fourth down, going to the air. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Paul? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
He finds his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on second down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, sometimes you get in these snowy, blizzard-like conditions. It's hard even to see the football after it's thrown in the air. Give the defender a lot of credit there, not just for catching it, but also locating the football before getting that interception.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The short hands, it's Hope. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You're expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the point after is good. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
That play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, and tremendous aggression there on 4th.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wide out in motion. Pushes ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. It's complete on the right side.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up.
Penn State 42, Oregon 14.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They want to just keep throwing it. Makes the catch. It's Hope. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out! Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass.
21.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got him in the flat. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, looking again to throw. He makes the connection. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
21.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
Pound 55 weak.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. What a cut. Now he's loose. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5.
Returner brings it out to the 13. And your Penn State Nittany Lions will take over. First and 10.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
Green 25.
He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Slings it. He's got it. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to move it through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher, the pressure starts to mount, those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go, can't get too high just yet.
Yeah, so how much more do they have left in the tank? We know this season has taken a toll on them, even though they've looked really good at times. A couple guys have been dinged up, mentally, emotionally.